Hello, students, and especially parents of Mr. Whitcher Math 7 at Hazelbrook Middle School during comprehensive distance learning as we continue to the finish line of the second quarter at least. Here's what's happening. I'm here to explain how practice, tests, and grading work in this Math 7 classroom. Let's start with the big picture. The way grading works in here is it's standards based. 20% is doing those practice assignments, showing up to class, making notes, doing the work, doing the practice. 40% is what we spent the last couple of months of 2020 doing, was number systems, tests on skills practiced in the number systems standard, and another 40%, another big chunk, just started right now in January of 2021. So we're going to be doing a lot of work on ratios, proportions, percents, discounts, sales, taxes, tips, etc., etc. Lots of proportion work going on for the next few weeks, which will include some testing, second and third chance tests, and then we'll be able to see the complete grade kind of take effect at that point, because right now we've got number systems and we've got practice. So we're going to fill up this other part of the bucket with ratios and proportions assessments. Okay? That tells you a little bit about the underlying structure of the class, the mindset, that my focus is on students being able to practice without fear of punishment or a low grade because they maybe don't quite understand everything yet. And they should be able to practice freely without fear of punitive action on their grade. So it all boils down to doing the work, asking questions, speaking up, persisting, as you see at the bottom of the screen, and then hopefully performing well when test time comes around. Tests are only given after adequate practice, repetition, and time has been given. Okay, so let's break it down. Let's dig a little deeper. Okay, the 4-point scale, which has been used for I don't know how many decades, a long time. It's the foundation of our whole traditional grading system. So a 4-point scale is broken down like this: 4, 3, 2, 1. You'll notice I've included half points in between, and I want to give you a brief explanation of why you might look at percentages in my room and go, well, shouldn't my son or daughter have a C because they have 65%? Let me explain why that does not make sense. And so the answer is no. For making honor roll, you may or may not be familiar with, if you get a 3.5 or above, that gets you on the honor roll, which is part of the 4-point grading scale. 3.5 out of 4 as a percentage is 87.5. So I hope it makes sense to you, as it always has to me, that the cut line, or the lowest score for an A, would be 87.5%. 3.5 is the lowest number that can be rounded up to a 4, and that's why 3.5 for the honor roll. And that same kind of mentality determines the rest of the percentages. 2.5 is the lowest number that can be rounded up to 3. 3 is a B, but 2.5 out of 4 as a percentage is 62.5, which is why the range for a B is much larger than the range for an A, because we're dealing with this whole scale from 2.5 all the way up to all the way up to 3.49. So it's a much broader chunk. as well as the C. 2 out of 4, 50%. That's nearly meets. That's respectable. That's a student that's doing work and doing maybe better than they have in the past. Because in the past, 50% would get you an F. You would get punished for practicing and trying your best and improving. So here in this system, we've got A, B, C, and no grade, which usually means I just haven't seen any work to give me some evidence as to how I should grade you. So no grade. Okay, that's that slide right there. Kind of explains the whole thing. Let's break it down into my mindset, my core beliefs. My mission, I believe, as a teacher is to help students learn how to pay attention, how to advocate for themselves, how to make notes by deciding for themselves what is important. I provide guidance in this process. Students have to pay attention, make notes, do the work, and ask questions. Without those 4 things, they're stuck with a very archaic style of teaching, which is just me feeding information, which usually does not result in any learning. So grades should only come from a place of accurate, honest, and equitable measurement of student demonstration of knowledge and skills when measured against standards. My job is to facilitate practicing and informing students what the standard is at the time and giving them ample opportunity and materials and resources to do practice. The student takes it from there and must do the practice, pay attention, make notes, do the work, ask questions, stick with it, and speak up. And then we can all be successful. Okay, and a grade is really just a snapshot. There's no such thing as, oh, my son is an A student, why does he have a B right now? If your son is an A student, that means in the past has gotten A's in perhaps a different grading system. So a grade on any given day is just a snapshot of that day. It's not a permanent condition. Grades must always be earned and can always be improved. Always changing. Back to you. Okay. A lot of information there. I'm trying to keep it short. Let's take a look behind the veil. There is actually a video of a live grade book embedded within this video. So that's meta, right? A video within a video. I'm not going to play it right now, but I am going to send you a copy of this slideshow from which you can play that video for yourself. Okay, I'm going to hit the exit sign. And thank you for paying attention here. Like I said, you can rewatch the video to see those slides on how the grades break down and what the logic and the mindset and my belief system is. And I hope, even if you disagree with it, I hope I've put it in a way that makes sense and you can at least understand what I'm doing and why I'm doing it that way. And hopefully you agree. But if not, that's okay. We can disagree. And that's going to be the end of this video. Thanks for watching. And I'll maybe see you sometime. All right. Thank you again. Goodbye.